What's up guys, Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 video. I'm currently testing in phase 2 of the TU20 PTS, and I wanted to make this video just to showcase the shield splinter and why I believe you need to get it right now, because it could become one of the best, if not the best, guns in the game. Now there's a few things I want to talk about before we get into this video, so please make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Also check out my previous videos I posted in the last few days. One was showcasing the new system corruption changes and the explosive perfect talents, which are amazing, and the backpack that shocks enemies near your skills. The combination is a lot of fun, and it actually works with the Mender Seeker mine, so make sure you check those videos out. Also the new behind you talent, and why I believe it could become the new damage meta if it goes unchanged and is released live into TU20. So let's go through the shield splinter and how you're going to get it. What is this gun? So you need to obtain all the ivory keys. I believe there are around about 8 in Washington. And this gun is very powerful because the F2000 got a big buff. So it's going to be a lot better in TU20. In the PTS, I don't know if there's a bug, but it doesn't seem like all of the changes have been fully implemented. I'm not seeing much of a difference. I did like a comparison between the live game and this. So I'm not really going to go too far into testing. I'm just going to explain a couple of things because I don't think I'll get accurate readings. But let's take a look at it. So this weapon is an F2000, a named F2000. It has got the talent Perfect Optimist. Weapon damage increased by 4% for every 10% ammo missing from the magazine. This is very good. It's one of the best talents in the live game as well for damage. So I recommend you go and get this. I have a trick on how to get this pretty much instantly without farming all the hunters and getting the ivory keys to open them. Now this also works with the Hunter Killer chest piece, the named Perfect Intimidate chest. So both of these items you can get instantly. So what you want to do, now I believe this should still work, but it might not work anymore. This was done years ago, so just keep that in mind. You normally have to kill the hunters, get the keys, but there will be guides on YouTube all over the place. If you don't know how to do that, just type in how to get the shield splinter or the Hunter Killer chest piece. But a trick to get it, or what we used to do, is we would get a friend or a teammate that has already acquired these items, or in this case, because this video is about the shield splinter, if they've already done the ivory keys, unlocked the box and got this weapon, all you need to do is get them to create a new character, join on them, and then they can actually share it for you. So they can just directly share it or drop it to you, and you can just pick it up. So that's how we did it in the past, or something like that. I can't really remember. It was a long time ago, but that is a trick to definitely try. If it doesn't work, then obviously you just need to go about the normal way. There are other weapons in the game that could be better in different situations. Like, for example, the Ego Bearer doesn't have the best damage talent. It's not even a damage talent, really. You get accuracy, and you actually can kill players or enemies with headshots, and then you get some bonuses like damage taken away, damage is delayed, so you become immortal for a couple of seconds, and you can just mow through enemies without even taking hardly any damage. But as long as you get headshot kills, so there's drawbacks for it. In PvP, it's still arguably the best in the game, and it will be in TU20. But the damage increase, or the buff to it in the PTS that I'm seeing, still doesn't make it the best gun, but it just depends on your situation. Same with Almos. This could be better in other situations depending on you. The shock is really good. The modifications it comes with are stellar. They're really, really good. So there's a bunch of weapons that could become viable. I would just recommend getting them, like Mechanical Animal. This gun is going to be really strong in TU20 for hybrid builds. King Breakers, get them. Yes, King Breaker got a nerf to link laser pointer, so it might be difficult to proc it, but there are ways you can do it. And just all the assault rifles, because ARs are the most commonly used weapon archetype in the game. So I just recommend getting all the main ones and just keep them, because we don't know yet. Everything's subject to change what comes through in the live game. So if we take a look at this weapon, the problem is when we have a direct comparison like to the Famas, which is the favorite. So the Famas is on the left. You guys can see we are missing a modification. So the mod that is missing is going to be the underbarrel, which is an issue because we're basically losing crit chance and stability or accuracy, something like that. So this is the reason why, if you look at the F2000 and the Famas, it's going to be dependent on what build you're using. So like for a striker build where you have limited crit chance, the Famas will have more crit damage, or it can obtain crit chance easier because of the extra modification. So you need to just keep that in mind. Let me quickly showcase this to you guys just to give a brief demonstration. this is a normal crit build. Yes, we might get differences in damage due to multiplications, like if I use glass cannon. I just want to give a quick demonstration. So nothing crazy. So this is a normal crit build. I've got crit chance on everything, the knee pads and gloves, and then crit damage and crit chance all here. And then every mod is a crit damage modification. Now, when we look over here, we have got 56% crit chance, 154, 56, 154. It's identical. Now, the reason for that is because we've got a crit damage mod here, a crit damage mod here, and we don't really need more. We've got 56% crit chance. It's up to you how far you take it, though. Game is very laggy. So if we look here, I've got crit damage and then crit damage as well. But we do have an extra underbarrel, which doesn't have crit damage. So you can put extra crit chance to reach that 60%. I guess that's the bonus of this. But because this is a high-end build, we are able to achieve that 56% crit chance. I will do a direct comparison with this right now. Then I want to show you something else as well. So let's take a look. So the shield splinter first, just a quick damage DPS difference. 6.2. I think we should hit about 7 million. Let's make it about 5 meters. It might be a bit better. This is all RNG. There's 7.115. So 7.1 for this. This is RNG due to the crit, so it's not perfect, but we kind of get a rough estimate. So this is the Famas now. Keep in mind, we've got some more crit damage here. Some more crit chance, should I say, because we've put the underbarrel. So we should be critting more often, but because I think the Famas is a bit worse here in the PTS, the shield splinter should do better. So that's 7 million, so it's slightly less. So if we look at a different kind of setup, right now I've got Grupo and Cheska, but with the modifications, 2 crit damage mods only equate to 10%. Whereas if we take a look here, the crit chance will equate to 10% as well. But we can get 12% crit damage from an improvised, whereas a Cheska will give 10% crit chance. So it's more efficient to go for the 2 modifications that give us crit chance rather than the crit damage ones. Does that make sense? So we get 10% crit chance with the 2 crit chance mod and 10% crit damage, but with an improvised piece and a Grupo. So no Cheska. If we change this up, we can take a look. So right now, this weapon right here, we've got 2 crit damage modifications. Therefore, it's 56 and 154. But if we change this up, and it's not perfectly rolled, so just keep that in mind. Improvised holster. This allows us to put a crit damage modification in it. So we put that on, and then we remove the Cheska, and we put a Grupo with a crit damage. Now, you'll be able to see that we've got way less crit chance. So now instead of having the inefficient 10% crit damage, we can put the same as a Cheska, the crit chance. Therefore, we've got 10% crit chance on this weapon, 54% and 155 critical hit damage. But just keep in mind, my rolls aren't perfect, so it would be 56%. So we've got slightly more crit damage. Also, just to mention again, keep in mind, we're losing a little bit of crit damage here. So 11.4, we'd get another 0.6. Therefore, we'd have 156. So instead of 154, we'd have 156 with the same crit chance. So you can see where I'm going with this. But at the end of the day, it just depends on what build you're going to be using. Like when you have a look at the Famas right here, we've got crit chance options. So if you needed the more crit chance, like for example, a striker build with a Fox's Prayer knee pads, it would be better probably to use the Famas in that situation. But it also depends on the damage output, what talents you're using. Are you using the chest piece for striker, the backpack? There are many things that go into it, but I just wanted to showcase that to you guys. So where crit chance is an issue, the shield splinter is definitely going to be the better weapon. So I hope you did enjoy this video. Also, just keep in mind, make sure you guys farm for your mods. Like, for example, I have just crafted this in the main game. We look at the underbarrel mods, and if you see here, we've got 6. So these are the ones that the shield splinter don't have. So as you can see, we've got stability, headshot, reload, crit chance, and the flashlight for the pistol and accuracy. So make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and let me know if you're going to go and get this weapon. And if you do, make sure to optimize it, ready for the update. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.